Directed by Joe Johnston, Captain America. The First Avenger is the fifth film in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, MCU, and serves as the origin story for Steve Rogers, aka Captain America. Starring Chris Evans in the lead role, the film takes audiences back to World War II, blending superhero action with a classic war film aesthetic. With a mix of heart, adventure, and nostalgia, The First Avenger introduces one of the MCU's most beloved heroes. Set in the early 1940s during World War II, the film follows Steve Rogers, a frail but determined young man who dreams of enlisting in the U.S. Army. After being repeatedly rejected due to his weak physique, Steve is selected for the top-secret Super Soldier program, led by Dr. Erskine, Stanley Tucci, and Colonel Phillips, Tommy Lee Jones. The experiment transforms Steve into a physically enhanced super soldier, but Erskine is assassinated before more soldiers can be created, making Steve the only one of his kind. Initially sidelined as a propaganda tool, Steve eventually proves himself on the battlefield, rescuing captured Allied soldiers, including his best friend Bucky Barnes, Sebastian Stan, from a Hydra base. As Captain America, he leads a team against Hydra, an advanced Nazi science division led by the ruthless Johann Schmidt, aka Red Skull, Hugo Weaving. The film builds toward an intense climax where Cap confronts Red Skull aboard a Hydra aircraft loaded with deadly weapons. Red Skull vanishes after touching the Tesseract, later revealed as the Space Stone, and Steve heroically crashes the aircraft into the Arctic to prevent mass destruction. Presumed dead, he is later discovered and revived in the modern day, setting up his role in the Avengers. 2012. The story is straightforward but effective, capturing the spirit of a classic war movie while setting the stage for Captain America's journey in the MCU. Hugo Weaving delivers a menacing performance as Johann Schmidt, Red Skull, the leader of Hydra and one of the MCU's earliest major villains. His disfigurement, caused by an imperfect version of the super soldier serum, makes him a twisted mirror of Captain America. However, while visually striking and well acted, Red Skull's character lacks deep development, making him more of a generic villain than a truly memorable antagonist. Chris Evans as Steve Rogers is the heart of the film. He brings sincerity, humility, and determination to the role, making Cap instantly likable. His performance sells Steve's transformation, not just physically, but emotionally, as he evolves from an underdog to a true leader. Hayley Atwell as Peggy Carter is a standout, portraying a strong, intelligent, and independent woman who is more than just a love interest. Her chemistry with Evans is one of the film's highlights. Sebastian Stan as Bucky Barnes makes an impression, though his role is relatively small compared to his later appearances in the MCU. Tommy Lee Jones as Colonel Phillips provides a mix of authority and dry humor, delivering some of the film's best lines. Stanley Tucci as Dr. Erskine is memorable in his brief role, giving Steve crucial wisdom before his transformation. Captain America. The First Avenger is a refreshing throwback to classic war films, infused with superhero spectacle. It stands apart from other MCU origin stories by embracing a historical setting and focusing on Steve's journey from an ordinary man to a selfless hero. For general audiences, the film is an engaging, heartfelt adventure with a timeless appeal. It's a great introduction to Captain America's character, emphasizing his unwavering sense of duty and moral strength. However, some may find the film slower than later MCU entries, with less emphasis on high-energy action compared to Iron Man or Thor. For MCU fans, the film is essential viewing, laying the groundwork for Steve Rogers' arc throughout the Infinity Saga. The emotional weight of Steve's sacrifice and his relationship with PMI Final Eggy make it one of the more poignant entries in the franchise,